All right, baby. On the count of 3, your favorite thing in Tel Aviv. 1, 2, 3. Bars.
Food.
Welcome back to the vlog. My name is Tommy Grimes and I vlog about people, places, and things that I love, from the city of brotherly love to the city of angels. And I am once again joined by my extremely talented partner, Sandra of Nanya Dure Art. And what are you working on currently, my love?
Currently, I'm working on a portrait.
A portrait of what?
A portrait of myself.
You have not done that before.
I think I have once before, but this is a different kind of.
Yes, you've done that once before. You've done like 2 at least. There's that one, and then there's the tooth one.
I know, I totally forgot about this one.
We're starting today a series of 5 Take Me Back travel vlogs because we're still in quarantine after a year, and we're gonna reminisce about some of our favorite adventures, right?
Yes.
So we got Tel Aviv, which will be today, and then we got Cambridge in England, Berlin, Germany, Greece, where we went to Athens, Santorini, and Mykonos, and the Xochimilco canals in Mexico. So as I mentioned back in January, I am going to be creating more vlogs that center around the people, places, and things that I love, including stuff in Philly and LA, instead of just the DNA vlogs that I was mostly focused on last year. I am also working on a documentary series about the search for my late father's biological family, and I'm calling that Grimy. And this actually kind of relates a little bit to today's vlog because it was our trip to Israel. And one of the things that my vlog is about is my search for my dad's biological family. Like I said, after learning that we actually had some Ashkenazi Jewish heritage, when my oldest sister Carrie was diagnosed with BRCA1 breast cancer that had a specific mutation linked to Ashkenazi Jewish people. So this was my first, and as of right now, only trip to Israel. Also, my dad was obsessed with Israel. He studied there for a year in college and went back several times. So it was kind of ironic when we found out that we had Jewish ancestry. So the circumstances of this trip was like a little weird. I was actually deployed at the time because I am a combat cameraman in the Air Force Reserve, and I was in Africa. And I was about 4-ish months or so into my deployment, and I got a couple days to take some R&R. So I thought this would be like an amazing opportunity for us to visit Tel Aviv. And I was missing this person over here like crazy. So I was super, super excited, and I had like all my fingers crossed that everything was gonna work out because you never know what's gonna happen in that kind of a situation. How did you get there, baby?
Well, I flew into Rome. I took a few days by myself to explore Rome. And then from there, I met him up in Tel Aviv. We got there late at night, so it was dark, couldn't really see much. But the next day when we woke up,
it was Purim. So we ended up choosing the best possible time to go to Tel Aviv, I think. So in the story of Esther, the Jewish people are under the subjugation by the Persian Empire, and the king takes a wife who is Esther, but he doesn't know that she's Jewish. And then he's got this prime minister, Haman, who's a mean, bad dude, and he wants everybody to bow to him, but the Jewish leader, Mordecai, refuses to do it. So because of that, he decides that he's gonna kill all the Jewish people. And he throws lots to figure out when he's gonna do it. And that's why it's called Purim, because Purim means lots in Persian, I read. You can correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm getting this wrong. I just Googled everything. So Mordecai gets everybody to like repent and fast and pray, and then Esther sets up a feast with the king and Haman, and during the feast reveals that she's Jewish. And the king gets extremely pissed with Haman and has him killed. Mordecai ends up getting his job and the Jewish people are saved. So this is a tradition that has dressing up in costumes. They read the story of Esther. So it's a big party. It's fun. And we saw that when we were there. Everybody was dressed up for like pretty much every day that we were there.
All day.
Yeah.
All night.
Into the next day, we saw the people.
Back to back to back to back.
On our first day, we did like a big loop. We walked up north on the beach and then circled back, had brunch in the city, and then kind of like walked down the street all the way back, just kind of like taking everything in. We got some like street food. We did a little picnic, I remember.
Yeah, we did.
Just a little picnic here.
My yogurt parfait.
And my espresso.
We joined everybody because, you know, we wanted to be part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So we decided to grab some food, grab some bites, and sit at the park with everybody else.
And yeah, I remember we were walking back on this road, and we saw like this building that had like open doors.
But yeah, it was just open to whoever wanted to go up to the roof, and they had like a live DJ, free like face painting.
Yeah, you got your face painted.
Yeah, I got my face painted, and then they had food. I don't remember. I think the food you have to pay for.
We had to pay for everything. They had beer and food that you could buy there.
Oh,
did you have to pay?
A lot of fun.
Did you have to pay to get your face painted?
No, that was free.
Really?
It was like a big line. Remember?
I remember there was this guy that was dressed up, and he was like breakdancing basically, like with his little kid on his shoulders. That was super cute. Yeah. This was like the one trip because I had all this money that I was making from the deployment, and we were like meeting in this foreign country, and I remember I was like, we're not gonna care what we spend at the restaurants. We're just gonna do whatever we want, and I'm gonna treat you to this one.
Yeah, that was
because I haven't seen you in a while, and we don't have to really worry about anything. We only have a couple days. And then Friday, we like get up and we start walking through the city early, and then we walked into an impromptu photo shoot that we noticed, which which I think might be the world's stupidest unsolicited dick pic.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I mean, let's be real. That guy had balls. So here are like the 6 best things that we did in our recollection. Number 1 was the food.
Amazing.
It was great. So before we went, my sister Stacy, who is a vegan, told me that Tel Aviv is like the vegan capital of the world. And babe, your diet
At that point, I was trying to be vegan, and my current diet is still a little bit restricting.
She's a flexitarian.
Yeah. I don't eat red meat, and I try to not eat dairy, but I love fish.
But like in Tel Aviv, it's like...
It was always an option of like...
It felt more like the meat eaters were in the minority in a sense, because like we would like look at the menu and everything was like fish, veggie, and then maybe like a small little section of meat. And then you're not really finding like pork stuff on there because it's kosher, or you're not getting like your cheeseburgers or cheesesteaks there. So there was still like, we still found places with like really good steak. I remember like our last day.
Yes, we did. We went to this nice restaurant.
Oh, we went to that other restaurant. It was like,
treated yourself too.
We sat on the bar and we got like, oh, so good. The other thing too is like
service.
Yeah, they treated us so nice. Like everybody was like, you know, having a conversation with you, and they're just like so welcoming. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Brunches. The brunches.
Brunches were my favorite. Totally, hands down. Brunch was like my favorite meal of the day, and they were like big brunches too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got like big like
you would ask for something and you would think it was like, okay, small, but no,
like
it was like
or something like shareable.
Maybe,
you know,
and we were like 2 Americans ordering our own. But you know what? It was delicious. It was great. Their coffee was amazing. Their coffees every day. I could drink multiple coffees throughout the day.
So we're in Israel.
Walking along, strolling.
Just walking along with our Red Bull.
Because I need wings.
Yeah, we went south the one day into like old Jaffa, right? And there were like, it's almost like warehouses or something like that, like on the shore.
They did. They had like warehouse restaurant bars.
Yeah.
Right by the water, like
Yeah.
waterfront, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember we sat at like a little like bar thing that was like out there.
You could tell that those places would probably like turn into like a club at night or something.
We got like free drinks, I feel like, in a lot of
Yeah,
spots.
the bartenders were like amazing. They were just like, free shot, okay. And then not only would they give you one, they would take one themselves.
Oh, right.
Remember that?
That's right.
I was like, is this like an excuse for them to continue to drink?
Well, I remember the tapas place because they would come out with like
awesome.
like little like 3 or 4 ounce steaks, right? And I kept ordering more and more. So like, if I give him another shot, he will get another one. Second thing that we loved was the old Jaffa section.
I would say that was definitely my favorite part of the whole trip. And we specifically
We stayed in that section
stayed in
too,
that
because
area
we wanted
because
to look around there.
we knew that was kind of like our vibe. Going in, like wanting to know more like historical part of it and just seeing the architecture and just the history of it.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Kind of like a maze in some of the places that you go, and like big steps and a lot of art installations.
Yes.
Remember there was like that pod with like the tree that was like suspended.
floating, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
And
pretty
we went into like a couple different like little like art stores or galleries, I think, when we were there.
Galleries, yeah.
There were beautiful fountains, right? A lot of tourists were also like walking around, you know. Lots of souvenirs and stuff there as well. A lot of history. I mean, that port is like ancient, right?
Yes, it's been there for
Ancient.
quite some time.
I remember just like a lot of like windy kind of streets and a lot of like vendors selling things.
Oh, it was a lot. I would say it was like a lot of antiques.
Yes,
like
I remember
antique
that there. Yeah.
type stores. Other, obviously, you know, like nice stores to go and shop for jewelry, clothing. But you also had a lot of restaurants, and I don't know. I really liked getting lost in those streets just because there was
really
so
fun.
much to see.
Okay, third thing we loved, sunsets on our rooftop. So our Airbnb was right there on the ocean, and the Airbnb had a rooftop. So we got like a bottle of wine right from the bodega, and we just like watched the sunset, and we're just like, how is this our lives? There was even like a little balcony to it. That was like a really good Airbnb. Number 5, people were very nice. Free drinks at the bars. People were talkative. You said this before, but they were doing shots with us.
They were.
We got free dessert. Do you remember that?
You did?
I think we did. That one restaurant that we went to where we were sitting on the bar, and I think it was more in like Tel Aviv, like the downtown area. For some reason, like I didn't take a lot of video on this trip.
Yeah, it was more fun.
It was, I think, so this trip, I was so focused on just having a good time. And like on other trips, I'm like very like, I want to take video, I want to do all this stuff.
Well, we hadn't seen each other in a while, so
Yeah.
it was more like us,
It was about us.
you know? It
Yeah.
wasn't about documenting
No.
the trip.
I had wanted to go like up to like Jerusalem and like see more, and we realized like when we got there we hadn't seen each other, and we really wanted
To spend time with
to just hang out. So we didn't in our short time there, we did not travel beyond Tel Aviv. So we have a lot of reason to go back. That was number 6. Our favorite thing was spending time together, because we hadn't seen each other in forever, and yeah,
We needed that time.
we did, which is why we didn't visit much else.
And like we didn't
Israel.
stay out late. We just wanted
No.
to go
We just
chill.
We went out, we like treated ourselves to good food, we had drinks, we explored the city, we went to like some, you know, like the Purim stuff, but yeah, there's so much more I want to see there. I really liked the city. It was pretty great.
I want to go check out their clubs.
You're always about the clubs.
I always want to know how people party.
You know, I think it was like special for me, like having just learned that I do hold like some Jewish ancestry, to be there for the first time. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. I always wanted to visit Nazareth in Israel, because I grew up in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. Like, I don't know, I think it'd be cool to see like the original Nazareth.
I mean, this is definitely like a trip that needs to be continued.
Definitely.
So.
And your parents have always wanted to go there too.
I think it was special for both of us because, yes, in the sense that you have a direct connection to it. My family is very religious too, and so to them, Israel in general is very important. So it was kind of exciting.
Yeah, they were pretty excited that you were
They
going
were
there.
excited that I was going there.
So, if you visited Tel Aviv or Israel, what are your favorite things to do there around Purim? And what are your favorite Purim traditions? Right? Well, I'd like to know that. I'd like to know how people like out there like really
Also,
celebrate it.
places to check out.
Yeah, next time we go to Israel, what should we go? What should we do? I mean, I have a lot of things on my list. We want to do like the Dead Sea. I want to do Nazareth, Jerusalem, Bethlehem.
Right.
Yeah.
I really want to do the Dead Sea too.
There were a lot of museums in Tel Aviv that like I like looked up. I like there's so much to do here, and we didn't even scratch the surface. No. Yeah. So definitely would like to go back. Yes. That would be nice. So coming up next, we have my next Take Me Back vlog, which will be Cambridge in the UK.
Harry Potter
which
world.
we visited 2 times. It's not Harry Potter's not in Cambridge.
But it feels like you're in
It did feel like
Harry
Harry Potter. Okay, truth. And then I'm gonna have some review vlogs for 23andMe Plus and the Sonos Move. So check back for that. Subscribe, like, comment, all those good things, so the YouTube gods will smile upon me. And definitely follow this one at @NanyaDureArt on Instagram to see what she's creating. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you all again real soon.
Bye.